This video is based on the technical analysis of Tron, as you guys can see, and we're on the monthly chart, and we can see that on the monthly chart we have some really interesting price action movements. For example, we have this candlestick over here. What it is a bullish candlestick which has quite a small body and quite a long upper wick, and what this candlestick tells us is that we have a lot of liquidity at this level, and by now you guys know that liquidity represents money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. So what this tells us is that in the future we will indeed see the market from whatever level move up all the way to that level to grab all of that liquidity. This is actually good news, especially for those who are looking for potential buying opportunities, and it's confirmation that indeed in the future we will see the market move up to that level to grab that liquidity. However, at this point in time we don't really know when this will happen. It may take a few weeks, a few months, or even a few years. Nonetheless, let's continue. What else do we see on this chart, which is the monthly chart of Tron, that we should be paying attention to? Another thing that is also very much interesting is the fact that we have this triangle over here, and this triangle suggests that we're gonna see a breakout either to the upside or to the bottom side, right? And myself personally, at this point in time, I would love to see the market actually move further down to around this level. Why do I say this level? That is because at this level we have this candlestick over here, and it is very much similar to this one in that it too is a liquidity candlestick. It is a bearish candlestick which has a small body and quite a long lower wick, and it tells us that at the bottom where that wick ends, as I said earlier, we have a lot of liquidity there. And liquidity, as I said, is money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. And by now we know that the markets will, or rather the price will go to where the money is, right? Another thing that I see that is very much interesting is that as much as we have this candlestick over here and liquidity at the bottom, we also have what seems to be an inverted head and shoulders pattern over here. As you guys can see, this would be the left shoulder, this would be the head, and this would be the right shoulder, and it has a neckline more or less at that point. And what it suggests is that we may potentially see a breakout to the upside as opposed to the bottom side, right? Nonetheless, myself personally, in order to buy, I would first wait for the market to actually close above the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders pattern, and once that happens, I would love to see the market come back to the neckline to give it a test, and where that neckline is where I would look for those potential buying opportunities, especially if that neckline of that inverted head and shoulders pattern aligns with one of the key numbers that we have on the Fibonacci retracement tool, right? Anyway, what else do we see, guys, on this chart? What else do we see on this chart that we should be paying attention to? At this point, I really don't see much, but as I said, guys, at this point in time, I would love to see the market break out to the upside. Then once that happens, wait for it to come back to the neckline to give it a test, and at this point is where I would look for those potential buying opportunities, and my take profit will be around this level. Why do I say that level? That is because we have this candlestick, as I said earlier, and I said this candlestick is carrying a lot of liquidity at that point. There's a lot of money stuck here, and the money will, or rather the market will always go to where the money is, right? I hope my analysis makes sense, and peace out.